Well, how's that? That's not too bad. So, as I've said, we've now got our UN mandala at the base, and now I'm going to start to apply the LaPlaza Garden Sustainable Solutions mandala on top of it. And I went over this with you all before. I'll repeat it because it's important. This is the list. I'm going to get a lot of that. A lot of coming and going here. Crash, bang. That's my T-square. Anyway, we're shooting from the hip here. So here we go. So now here is the list that we're going to do drawings for. Can you see that? That's probably better where I was. So we're going to do one on compost, one on upcycling, one on vertical farming, one on solar microgrid, one on sustainable culture, one on permeable paths, one on bioswales, one on pollinators and rain garden, one on trees and air filtration, one on wellness and holistic healing, one on carbon sequestration, and one on water harvesting and pond. And those are associated with 12 gardens. And I'm looking for ideas. I have worked on this quite a bit with each of these gardens. I've taken photographs of the gardens, talked to the gardeners, looked at what their models were, and come up with designs for the banners that I had done. But I'm going to kind of reduce those into smaller cartoons that'll go on in between in black and white, and then we will color as well. So I'm afraid this live thing is new to me. This is my very first. And so you'll watch me do the sketching. You notice I've now put it down on the table because I'm gonna, I don't want dripping going on. And so I'm gonna start in charcoal. I have a very light fine charcoal which you can easily brush away. It's great for sketching. So I'm going to sketch in the cartoons in between. And I won't be checking this phone too often because it's hard to create and do this. But in the meantime, there's Felicia. Hi, Felicia. In the meantime, do send your comments. I may read them a little bit later, but any way you can come up with participating is great. So here we go. I got the vine charcoal. I'm looking at one about compost. That is what's going on the east side outside garden. Now, I actually did quite a bit of research on this. So I'm going to put out the drawings that I've worked with in the past. This could probably take a lot of time for me to show you all the photo research I did on each of these. So I'm not sure I'm actually going to do that. I think what I will show you instead is what that final banner looked like for that particular garden. So, and it was this one, if you can see that, it's this middle one with a composting guy on a bike, and then the bin with the worms. So what I was going to do for a cartoon was to just do I did a little sketch of what I wanted with a I think I'm going to do it with the shovel and the hands. Right here is my little sketch. You can't see that, but it's really, it doesn't take a lot, you see. Just going to do the sketch of the shovel with a hand on it, and then some soil with worms in it. Oh boy. So here we are. So if I had a shovel, my hand would look sort of like this. With a thumb. I'm actually just doing my own hand here. And then oh gosh, this is so typical. You do it in the wrong quadrant. Let's start again. This is the east side outside, so I'll do the hand. Not close enough. And then a thumb. And then the shovel. Come in here. And we'll have a point to it. And then we'll put in there, in that, we'll start to put in the soil. That should look like there. Don't you love that charcoal? Wormies in here, and it's going against a blue. I can already see that that blue with some pink wormies will be really good. So I'll put some wormy squirmies in there. Okay, and that'll be the compost one. Now, Green Oasis, the next one is Pollinators. And we had a wonderful banner for that one. That one had the flowers with bees in it, and other flowers and other insects. So I'm going to take that one and do something fun with that. I had some really good bee pictures. pardon my wardrobe malfunction here. So, I think I'm going to take that one image because that's such a good one. Bees always look good in these things. I did a rooftop garden last year in the mural, and I did a whole swarm of bees, and boy did that look good. Okay, I think that needs to come out. Not liking the angle of that. Okay, so we got the bee, and then we got this guy's here. Wing bee. Wing of bee. Eyes of bee. Two big eyes. And a wonderful stinger of bee. Okay, that goes in like that. And leg. Alright. So that's a bee in a flower. I think I'm going to put this wonderful butterfly in here. Oh, I think got some feet coming in here. And then, okay, and then we have a pattern. Has to happen. I think I'm going to break this up. After I do the sketching, I'll break up with I'll stop and then I'll do the painting in the live broadcast tomorrow. Can you see me? Oh, I have to be down, don't I? Alright. Painting in the live broadcast tomorrow. And, cut off? Yeah. Anyway, when I do the painting, I will probably bring out the my photo references. Okay, now this should probably look like he's landing in a flower. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I don't like the shape of this flower. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to put in another one though. I can put this one. Let's put two more bees. Let's put this bee with eyes. And wings. abdomen. Can you see me if I'm doing this? How am I doing? I'm cut off, aren't I? I'll lift this up so you can see a little bit more of, I'm a little bit higher in this. It's a little better. All right. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So, abdomen and legs. Okay, that'll be that bee. And then I'm going to put another bee up here. That's not the right angle. Flying out of the picture. I'll put him here. Yeah, the head. There's things like that. And he will have his thing there. But then we need some flowers around that. So, and one daisy down there. I think I'll do a different kind of flower. I think I'm going to do a flower that's coming out like this. There, and I'll do another one. Maybe I'll do something that's here. Well, I think it should look like this one is getting into this flower. This flower. More like it's, he's going for it. That's better. Okay, that's the pollinator section. And now this one, carbon sequestration was just trees. And I could do either a path with trees or that's the path with trees that I did before, if you can see this one, or I could just do one tree. So I'm looking at that. Carbon sequestration, I had done one big tree. Or I could do a path with trees. Kind of like the one big tree. The truth, I'm thinking of doing, so I have the idea of a path with things growing in, or one big tree. I think I'm going to do one big tree, and then sort of behind that I'll put a garden, as if you're looking through the tree or around the tree at the garden. That way the whole thing won't be walk. We've got other panels where you have to focus on what a walkway looks like. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So here I'm going to do some kind of large tree. That was the idea before. See, in that way, I could put a walk passing behind this, and I could put some other kinds of plants here. In fact, I could even put some kind of flower in here. The idea that it's being, and then have maybe some kind of bush here. Then in this part, have lots of foliage. So we'll get the greens going in that. In a way, I don't think I want these too busy, because they'll, like that one's really busy. That one doesn't have to be too busy, and that doesn't have to be too busy. They need to be big and graphic because this is going to be carried, you know, in a parade, and people are only going to get a couple of seconds to look at it. So anyway, that's that one. Sketch that one in for the moment. The next one is sustainable culture. And we're getting very upside down here. So I'm going to turn it around. By the way, these two are upcycling and vertical farming. And I'm going to do a little photo research before I sketch those in. So okay. I think sustainable culture, juggling all these different images, which would go best where? I think the mural, this one, no. Sustainable culture. Yeah, this sustainable culture, I might be able to put the roof, some of the elements of the rooftop one on that, because that has, see the great bees in that one? wait and see what I don't do in other ones. That one I'm not sure yet. So now I'm going to turn this around and do some others. Solar microgrid. That is 9th and C. Let's see if I have any good solar microgrid 9th and C. Yeah, there's a solar. Matrix. This is the picture of the solar panels at 9th and C. So, oh, it's going to be different. We've got this. Pad. And then this thing is coming up. This could look really good with this geometry here. Good, so you have two panels coming up. I'm kind of working off this. So that big clang you heard in the beginning, that thing comes in handy. There we go. Let's see if I can do this now. So we have two. So there are, oops, that one came out bigger. That came out so much fatter. Well, I'm going to redo two of these lines. I want that one to come out about there. that's one post. And then this post. And then it's two so those are the two posts. But the point of this, of course, is the actual thing. So let's want this on angles. Oh, that's good. Let's do that. Let's put a little bit of edge on that. And a little edge on the bottom. There. Solar panel with others stacked on top. So now I've taken that. So let's say that we did it. We have two arrays. And we could actually solar panel, solar microgrid. I'm actually thinking I might put one more on, just for fun. I'll play that, see if I want to do that. I'm not sure where we're going to cut this thing off, but just while I'm sketching, I'll add one more. Okay, so that's the solar microgrid one. So that was looking in my photo resources thing. All right, bioswale. Bioswales are interesting. You know, they're drainage ditches really that are have gravel in them and good absorbent plantings around them. So I've done a couple of them. Often they have a real drain. The very cool thing about it is they often have a drainage grid at the bottom that goes into the system, goes into the city sewer system. So they can really alleviate a lot of downpour. Oh, that's my favorite drawing because that has that grid thing in it. Okay, here's one thing. This is a 12th Street bioswale. I just think this is pretty interesting. And it can shows you where the discharge is, how the stormwater flows, and what they're infiltrating, what kinds of plants they're using to infiltrate, to filtrate the water. You see that? I don't know. But that's very informative. Oh, and then there, I had mentioned a grate at the bottom that goes into the city system. That's where they're showing that. Okay, well anyway, my favorite picture of a grate happens to be a different one. It's this one. I like this kind of grate right down here. Can you see that? It's very dark. So I'm going to put that in my drawing. Bioswale. And my layout for that, see, I did some little rough layouts, just little sketchy things of how I wanted these things to follow. Where's my bioswale one? Yeah, bioswale. Okay, I'm trying to decide whether to have the big. I might want to sketch that out a little bit. So. Here's the big pad. Question is, I got this V shape. No, I shouldn't do that. I should actually not do that. Here's the V shape. And I've got two V shapes. Now, question is, do I want to do it bioswale with the stones and then growies on either side of that, or do I want to lay out with this big thing down here? And then the stones would be big to little as they're going to that. And here, I would do it bigger stones going off to little stones with big growies coming on the inside. I don't think that one is as legible. So here's my decision. See, I was just laying it out. This is like a massing drawing. And what that means is that you just kind of show your volumes. So I put this volume here with a big storm drain here. I don't think that's going to be legible what's going on. Whereas this one, if it goes straight for the storm drain at the end, even though I'm going to have the big stones in the beginning going to smaller stones and then have growies on the side, I think it'll be more legible what a bioswale is. So I'm going to choose that one. So that's, now you see how we think these things through. Okay, so bioswale goes in this section. And I'm going to start with the picture of the drain, which I think I've made too big right off the top, because if I do it that big, I won't have any room for plants on the outside. So I'll do it more like that. And that has this wonderful ridge on it, has an outer ring, and then it has these I just saw Lucretia was watching me. Hi, Lucretia. I wanted to say hi. Thank you for joining me. It's hard to do it by yourself here. I really miss the fun we had last year of having everybody come and do this. All right, so now people came up with so many good ideas. I'm only limited to my own ideas here. That's not so much fun. All right, well anyway, so now we're gonna have the big stones. This will be fun because this is easy. This is it's so tight in here. You can't really do much anyway. So we'll have the bigger stones, going to medium, quarter size. So I'm doing more like big stones to quarter size, two little guys, showing that we're going to here. So those will be the stones going to the drain. And then we have to put in our grasses. And then have like little grasses around this thing. Because we're in the distance here. So we'll put little bits of grass here and then have bigger clumps in here. I am honestly not sure how I'm going to do that. But let's see if I can see some, see? Or I could do an interesting leaf, not just the grasses. Usually I see these grasses doing this. But, okay, what are they saying here? They aren't telling you what plants they're using. Native plants. It's not telling me what it is. But they're showing me some big leaf plants. Oh, here they're showing some trees too. Oh, I could actually put some trees here. I can put some shrubs and then some trees. If I want to go on to this margin. All right, well that's an idea. Pine tree, or maybe even another kind, a deciduous tree there. That would be good. I think I'm going to do some, I'm thinking I'm going to find out, I have to tell you, I'm probably going to end up finding out where I need to know more information and then going and getting it and then coming back. So for instance, in this case, I better get myself, in fact I'll start a list here, well I know what it is, but I want to get a large leaf bioswale plant. out what that would be, and then I will probably put that in the foreground. The grasses here leading up to the drainage, and then the trees at the end with some shrubs. And that will be the bioswale composition. Okay. Now, next one. No, I really don't have an example. What plants are used for bioswales? That's also something, if anybody of you all are good at that kind of thing, your plant materials, that would be the very good way to help me. So you know that's what I'm looking for. I need to know what are the plants and what are the leaf shapes. I have to say, they have to be a little bit artistically interesting. Grass only gets you so far. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. That's 6th and B, where they're doing water harvesting in ponds. If you haven't been to that park, it is gorgeous. So on that one, I was thinking of doing just a simple little cartoon. My general plan here is falling apart. A little cartoon of a pond. You see that? But I will probably also put water harvesting in it too, which is the picture of the, that's usually the big barrels, and so the rain comes off of a roof into big barrels. So I actually have some of those pictures of what they're doing there. Water catchment. Okay, so let's just do I'm going to show you what's the image that's going on in my mind and how I'm going to transpose this onto this. So these are very common water catchment jugs in the back here. So I'm going to put that shape probably around the top here. So there's just a decorative border of these jugs. They're wonderful. Nice shape. Too big. I'll do 3 of them. I wish I could get 4 in there. think it would look better. So my distance is from here to here. Put another one in here. 2. So what I'm doing is just laying them out here. So I'm gonna have 4 water catchment jugs right there. And then I'm gonna do just a great big pond here. It's gonna have a swirl in it like that. And maybe have a rock with a turtle on it. And maybe have a fish in it. Or not. Oh, a rock and a turtle. And then I'll put maybe some cattails. Around it. I love cattails. And then maybe on this end, maybe I'll put I know what I'll put in here. I'll put a lily pad of a little lotus flower. That'd be good. Maybe put another lotus flower over here. Lily pad, yeah, with a rock there. That's a nice one. And maybe I'll put, what should I put right in here? Oh, I know, I'll just put those paver stones. Okay, that one went fast. That was easy. Okay. So, next one is the So I'm noticing that my knees are erasing some of my drawing. Not too bad, but I don't want it to. So I'm gonna take this piece of tracing paper and put it over the edge just to protect the drawing that I've done. Yeah, that's better. That will do it. And it will probably fall, so I need to tape it. So that I'm not disturbing my work. Okay, so that's protected now. Okay, next one is permeable paths. That's one of my favorite ones because that's just irregular stones, and look at the nice ground we've got. Anyway, that's just kind of paver stones. And interestingly, we're going to make our distance go this way. So I think what I'm going to do is do some irregular stones, which I've done before. Now, where's that? Have faith in me. See, this is one of my other drawings. See how rough they are? They really do pan out. And have no fear. It's just laying it out. See, they end up being okay. But you do have to lay them out. It's sort of laying things out here. It's the process. Anyway, so permeable paths. I'm going to show you what I did for that. If I can. No, I don't think I have that except for in this form. Can you see this one? It's on this side. See the permeable paths? It's just showing it's stonework that water can seep down and go into a pond. Only in this case, I think I'm going to put some footprints in it. So we'll do that. We'll put some stonework here. What I'm thinking is that I'm going to have a little bit of water over here so that this permeability, the water flow is going somewhere. And then I'm going to have some wet footprints following it. So up here we'll have littler stones. And I'll be meeting the bigger stones down here. Sort of like that, and then I'm going to put actually in that garden there's a bank here of which is very nice. I've forgotten about that. There's a bank of sort of a ledge. So that people can, one more line. Is it? Yeah. So that people can kind of get down to the water if they want to. Okay, so that's the ledge. And then we'll just have some kind of water in here. We'll have some water lines here. just realized that this is going to go over to here, so I can actually put another line of stones in here and let my water lines come over to here. So I'm going to do that. Put more stones in over here. That'll be nice because it'll make it look like a path, a specific path. That is a rock size. Okay, now I'm thinking of adding footprints here. So I'm going to put a big toe. Big footprint there. And then another one. There. And another one here. Going off into the distance. And I think that's all I need. Unless I put a really little one over here. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so that's the last one. So that is our permeable path design. Can you see that? Well, okay. Let me see. Can you see that? I'll just for fun of it, let me just try this. I'll try to do this. We'll move in and I'll show you a little more of what I've done. You can see this. This is the, I don't know if I'm showing you this. There's the book, and here is the permeable path design. See the stones? Gosh, this is hard to do because I can't turn it around. Anyway, but you get that idea. And then this one here is the pond with the cattails, and this was the yellow one was the bioswale sketch, and then this one was the one with the solar panels. I hope that helps. I'm sorry, I'm doing the best I can here. Anyway, here we go. Put you back on your little place. Set you back. On your easel. Okay. Sorry, I hope that helped. Let's see what I was doing. All right, so now, next one. Photo library. Okay, the next one is Parizo. El Jardin del Parizo Climate Solutions was holistic wellness and wetland. Can you see this here? Meditator, brook, lovely plantings. So I'm going to try to put that one in, do a version of that for this. And I think I'm going to turn it around again for better access. So that means I'm going to put my protection here. And come around. Stay there for me. No messing. Okay, protection's down. So, okay, let's see. How am I going to do this wellness one? Now, I did do one cartoon of that looked pretty good. Yeah. I did a little rough sketch at one point. I don't know if you can see that, which shows the person and then the brook and then the trees in the back. So that's my layout. See, what I was trying to do is figure out how to lay this out in a pie shape. I mean, it's one thing to do it on a 4x6 mural, but how am I going to fit that subject matter into a pie shape or a 30-degree triangle, which is really sharp? Would it be better if I had that on? Does that help? Not really. Okay. Anyway, so wellness and holistic healing for this beautiful garden. So here it is. In that case, I actually did it backwards the other way. I put the person coming that way. I'm not sure I like that. Would I rather it was that way? Mostly we're doing that. If I could make that a nice shape, that person a nice shape on the outside edge, I would do it. But it just didn't look like a nice shape. I don't think I'm going to do what I said I was. I think I'm going to actually put a person into the center and then let the garden come out of it. A little bit obvious. I think it's a little more comfortable that way. So I will do that. So here goes this. And let me think. Well, that person's looking at a very nice tree over here. Oh, and then there were I forgot this part. I forgot about this. They have a lot of dancing and dancers there and dance concerts. You see the dancers in the top there? I think having dancers around the edge at the top here would be really fun. So I'm definitely going to take that idea. All right, so take that idea. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going back to the original book for that. This has got some pictures in it that I'm gonna have to refer to. All right. Okay. So there's the willow tree that they love. So I'll put that in here. I'm gonna have that coming out here. And have this willow tree. Sort of a monumental willow tree. Willows actually have been monumental in a couple of cases in these gardens. They're wonderful. They age well, and they are symbols, of course, of water and underground streams. So they're pretty significant. So I think they're really cool. So that's good. We'll put a willow in. And there's that. Now, so that's that. And then I'm going to put in a hill behind it here, which is going to have the dancers. So I've got dancers with arms and feet come up. That's not so good. Feet coming down and dancing. And then another one with the arms that way. Body, leg. Leaning down on that knee. And then this one is, oops, maybe I'll let him break the higher. He's got his arm bouncing and another arm coming up. And body and supporting leg, and then a kicking leg. That's a happy dancer. Okay, one more here. This guy's falling this way. Nice leg. Kicking. Woo! Got 4 happy dancers on that hillside. I need one more. Oh, yeah. This guy's on his hands. Oh, this is very cool. I'll put one more. Upside down. He's doing a cartwheel. We'll put my I need my cartwheel guy. Okay, and a cartwheel guy. That looks great. Okay, so we'll do that. And then here we have the we'll do the carbon sequestration plant material of bamboo. They have a lot of bamboo in that part. And then here, these rocky things, one more rocky, something like that. Now I gotta get my figure in here. Here comes the water, and water, bamboo, bamboo, rock, another rock in here. Okay, I need this guy. I need my meditator. Okay, now I had a good picture of a meditator here. In the park. Tra-la. Meditator. So that would be a head. Ear. And neck. And shoulder. Okay, I have to turn her a little bit so she's looking at the water. And her hands are going to be sort of in front of her. Yeah. That's not quite right. Getting hard because this is getting down into the wedge here. It looks more like a fist. I'm not sure I'm happy with this. That's okay. So I've got the happy dancers, the tree, the stream coming down, the rocks, the bamboo, and I think that's an okay outline. I might work on that figure a little more. It is important. Okay, I think that's okay. Okay, it's a sketch. Now, Okay. I think I'm going to begin to stop here because I'm getting a low battery sound. But I want to tell you what's left. I will do more sketches. Tomorrow, when I do my live broadcast, I will be painting. We'll paint these things in. We'll try to paint some of these in. But there are a few holes that I'm going to work on by myself without you watching. And here's what they are. And if you would like to send me suggestions, go right ahead. So the unfinished pieces are, well, the simple one, which I mentioned to you, was the finding what plants are used for, what native plants are used for sopping up water in the bioswale. So that plant material research has to be done. Another one is vertical farming. Something that looks good. I mean, I've seen vertical farming in drawers, so it just looks like a series of drawers. It's not very interesting for this. I've seen tiering stairways, that might work in this. But anyway, if you think of a good motif for vertical farming, that would be good. Upcycling. Upcycling means it's not just recycling, it's actually having a life planned for a product, for a resource. So it gets used once in one way, then gets used again. An easy example is water upcycling, where you use your water for drinking, then you use it for perhaps your toilet, then you use it for your garden. That's an upcycling. But you can also talk about plastic or wood or any resource and talk about the life of that, planning the life of that resource. That's called upcycling. And I had planned on doing the logo for that looks like this. But I was going to do the logo and then put some little examples of that. But I don't really think that's a very good solution. If anybody has a better solution for that, send it in. That's another one that has to be done. I have two, one on air filtration and one on Sage's Garden is trees and air filtration, and then I also have one for carbon sequestration. One is about cleaning air and the other is about reusing carbon. Now, both are done by trees, so I could put trees in both sections, but if I can get a better example of that, I'd rather use it. So I could use some suggestions for that. How would you illustrate air filtration and carbon sequestration, which both could be a tree? How can you make those two different? So that's a challenge. then the last challenge is LaPlaza. LaPlaza is known as a sustainable culture. And that's just a big subject, sustainable culture. I will have to go back to the LaPlaza Park, or if anybody from LaPlaza Park can help me, show me what aspect of a sustainable culture you would like me to illustrate. They have so many great things going on there. I have a lot of pictures of that park. And I spoke to some terrific people there. I know they have a big composting project. They have the catch water. They have so many different examples. But what have I not covered? That could be an example from that park, from that garden. Let me know. So those are the holes. I'll work on those without you, without you watching me, because that's mostly thinking material. That's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching this. I think before I close, I'm just going to put this up. No, I'm not going to do that. What I was thinking of was that I would put it up and I would show you what these illustrations are flat. And since that's hard to do, what I'm going to do, and because I'm losing energy on my phone, what I will do is take a photograph of it and I'll post that on the website so you can see what I've done so far in terms of laying out where these paintings are going to go and how they're going to look. So that's all for now. Thank you very much for looking. And tomorrow we'll have another live stream with painting. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.